Blessed day. Ay, ay, ay. We're on to chapter 2 of St. Matthew right now. And yes, I am recording this all on the same day because this is what I do. Alright, chapter 2 of St. Matthew. The wise men visit. Some people's Bibles will say others, chapter beginnings, like the name of the chapters and all that. And it'll have different abbreviations for what this little segment is about. I will read you what mine says, and yours might say something different. There's nothing wrong with that. All of them say something a little bit different, but it's all around the same category. Alright. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come unto the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts of gold, and frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And this says, escape to Egypt, starting at verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Now we're on to verse 16. Herod slays the children. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, he was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and all the coast thereof, for 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not. And starting verse 19, from Egypt to Nazareth. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he arose, and took the young child and his mother, and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, He shall be called a Nazarene. That is the end of chapter 2. And I thank you all for watching these, and the Lord thanks you for even wanting to know more about Him. Now, to give a little presentation here, There's a lot of non-believers out there, and I would like to just say this right now: is how would God allow the Herod to kill all those children? He didn't. But God said long ago that he would not let his wrath down on this earth. This is why we got Jesus. This is why he was given to us. God is not going to give us his wrath until the end times. Until the last days is when his wrath will come and judgment will be made. God did not allow it. The devil did all this. The devil in Herod killed those children. Did God stop him? No. But does that make God a bad person? No. God cannot sin, God cannot do bad, and people will try to take you back to Genesis and all that, and Noah's Ark, saying God flooded the earth. I will explain more of this later. I don't want to go too much on this reading. I will make a video that will be posted later on why the flooding of Noah's Ark was not a sin, why God did not do a bad deed, and in the way of how he made up for it, how he pretty much apologized for it, and the reason behind why he did it. Stay tuned, and I will see you on whatever the Lord has me do next.